BF 31 M takes but does not know how to give. My 27 F cup is now not just empty but dry. My boyfriend and I have been together for a year. Basically I know he is not right for me and I find that I dread his company. We live together. He constantly wants praise, adoration, attention, and love, including expectations that will make his coffee, feed him, give him massages and head scratches, remind him to shower. It has been 3 days since he last showered. Today, while I get absolutely nothing in return, except takeout which likes to buy, and snuggles, he likes his coffee and food made a specific way, and if it is not made the way he wants it made, he will call me out, which is so frustrating. He will not offer me coffee in case I ask for tea. This is how self-absorbed he is. If he sweeps the house, he will leave the dirt piled up against the wall, and I have to ask him every single time to pick it up. If I want to go on a date, guess who has to plan it? Yup, that is right, me. I'm absolutely exhausted by him. My patience has run low. We have not really spoken since Monday afternoon because I was very grumpy with him. To make matters worse, I took my lunch break, WFH, to make us lunch, and just 2 hours prior, I had 3 rice cakes with cream cheese as a snack. He proceeds to ask me why I'm making lunch, since I had just eaten 3 big, normal-sized rice cakes. Boy, was that the tipping point. I'm loving the peace and not being bothered by having to care for him. He walks around the house making puppy sounds and talking like a baby. He is 31 years old, for crying out loud. I know that instead of just being grumpy and short with him, I should have said something, but I did not, because I just have nothing to say to him. If I do, he will turn it around and blame me and play the poor victim and say nothing I do or say is ever right or good enough. Anyway, I plan on moving out in the next 2 months. Should I just let it be, or should I try to make some peace with him? Is there any way to tolerate this bad behavior? I think maybe just enjoying the peace I get from having this energy leech off my back would not be a bad idea at all. Semicolon. Edit. I just remembered. Put his budger on me recently. Okay duck, I need to run, not tolerate. You've already mentally and emotionally checked out. Don't wait too long to physically leave. I'm 28 and just leaving 3-year relationship and keep wishing I left way sooner. Isn't that always the case? I wish I would've left sooner in so many relationships. Same. And then I'm in a different relationship. I think about leaving, but I give it another chance because people always tell me you're so rash about your decisions. Yeah, no, maybe I should just listen to myself. Just reading this was exhausting. I can't imagine choosing to continue to live with someone who is 31 but behaves like a teenager. Leave this man, baby, and go date an actual adult who knows how to not treat his girlfriend like his mommy. This dude doesn't respect you because he doesn't even have respect for himself. Damn. Good point. You need to respect yourself before you can actually respect other people. You sound ready to leave, and you definitely should be. He sounds absolutely insufferable. Enjoy the peace and move out. I'm wishing you the best. Close bracket. You're not his mother. Yup. Man-child. Guys who just need another mom who picks up after them. At least he doesn't have anger issues as well. I dated someone who was similarly self-absorbed, and I felt the same way as you. But unfortunately stayed for 5 years and became increasingly unhappy. I left him and found someone who is the complete opposite. He does sweet things for me all the time, which makes me want to do more sweet things for him. And this happy cycle continues. My life is so much better now. Better people exist. I'm so happy for you. Thank you for sharing this. It gives me hope. He has tried to convince me that he is the best and all other men are the same as him or worse. So I gave up hope and was like, whatever. I will just stay single. I have hope now. I wish you all the best and loads of happiness with your boo. XX. It's in his best interests to make you feel that way. It's a complete lie and you just should stop doing stuff for him until you move out. Consider just breaking up with him and having a roommate situation until you can move out. Also, yeah, my husband buys me flowers, does his share of the chores, always is bringing me snacks, massages my shoulders, listens to me vent, etc. And among my other friends. This is also their norm. There's definitely a lot of guys out there who will give as much as they take and will be an equal partner to you. Don't give up hope. He sounds disgusting. Why would you want to give things to a disgusting person? Lol. I was blind and young and stupid. I've grown now. Not yet. That growth will come once he is truly gone. Take the piece and leave as soon as you can. Are you not able to stay somewhere else for the last 2 months? I hope it'll fly by in a flash, and also wish you well, now that you know how high to keep your standards. Bland, boring, childish men don't deserve women at all. I think you're being a good mother and your son sounds spoiled. Lol. Exactly this. I don't know how women tolerate men who basically want them to be mothers that they can sleep with. I don't have the patience. The puppy noises part got me. I had an ex who was like this too. He would literally whine and whimper if I didn't do what he wanted. And he would refer to himself in third person. Let's say his name was Jake. He'd say whimper noises Jackie needs some love. Makes me almost gag thinking about that behavior now and how I ever put up with that crap lol. Basically it's pure abusive behavior. They make themselves out to seem small and helpless while they know they are not. Just so they have protection cause I'm so small I didn't mean to hurt you. Dude it's so funny you chose that name. That is BF's name and he does the exact same things. It's so gross and such a turn off. I can't even look at him without wanting to hurl. I'm dying. That is hilarious and 100,000% true. Where do these men come from? Lol what that's an amazing coincidence. Exclamation mark. But yeah I swear to you. They must have a mommy fetish or something. This behavior just isn't normal. Don't get me started on how he'd whine about being horny and his cocky wocky needing a bit of attention pukey. You've done enough for him. Just relax and take the quiet life until you can get the hell out of there. Please just leave. Don't make peace with him. He doesn't deserve it. Just leave as soon as you can. Or I'm so glad. And classic. That's because he knows he has a good thing and realizes you could do way better. So he's trying to kill your confidence and convince you otherwise. I used to think those types of selfish behaviors were normal. Fear not. Most guys want to do nice things for you too. And you will absolutely have no trouble finding a good one. Enjoy the single life for a minute. I actually think it's fun. You can do whatever you want, and I know you'll find someone who makes you much happier. Sounds like he gets praise no matter if he did it right or wrong when he was younger. Does he know you're moving out? I would at least let him know to expect a raise in the bills and a heads up on what's coming. Not stating them as you did wrong but as facts. Maybe even think of moving out sooner so you're not bothered by him. Leave as soon as possible. I would just let him wander around the house in silence. If he can't man up and ask, let him do his thing. You're not there to cater him with an answer or anything for that matter. I'm barely turning 21 in a couple months and have absolutely no dating experience and even I can say with certainty that he didn't love you. I've heard people say that a successful relationship has mutual love, trust, and respect but frankly, in order to have love at all you need trust and respect for the other person. Otherwise it's not love. It's obsession/possession. You definitely need to get out. And please know that you're worth better. And you will have better. There's someone right for you. And he's not it. It's up to you if you want to try and make peace with him. But from what you've said there won't be any peace. He sounds manipulative if he tries to turn it around on you. And that's not gonna change. The best case seems to be that he will just pout when you say you're leaving. I'm sorry, but there may not be any peace that can be attained in this situation. Look up the narcissist/sociopath/psychopath cluster and give him the cold shoulder as longer as you can unless he endangers your health further. Just it has been 3 days since he last showered. Today is a deal breaker for me. WTF you are 30, take a shower daily, they are nice. This is a very similar position that it also been in. My boyfriend is 30. I just turned 27 the other day. We've been together almost 2 years. I felt like his mom for the entirety of the relationship. Needless to say, he'll be moving out next week. He's a great man. And of course he started to get his act together once it announced that he'd be leaving. but I know from experience that if I settle in again he will go back to his previous behavior. You're making the right choice by leaving. Leave sooner if possible. Be cordial and stick it out. Don't cook for him. And do all that other mommy stuff when there is zero balance. I enjoy catering to my partner. But when there is balance. Not when you're giving and they're only taking. BTW. Did you ever discuss these things with him? He sounds pretty set in his ways from what you've described. And did you break up? Or perhaps you're waiting because he owns the home or apartment you live in? Anyway, I wish the best for you. It's a lesson learned. OMG. Leave. Unless you need the money. Other than that, not sure why the heck you're with that baby boy. Girl. I got my own dollar. He has held me to this lease. That's why I have not left yet. Please update us when you've left. You'll feel so amazing and free. Just keep ignoring him. He will never blame himself, only you. A relationship is about two people sharing responsibility. Bills. Cleaning. DIY. Caring for kids/pets. You're not his slave. Either tell him straight you're not happy or leave. You deserve better. Just break up with him now and stop doing shit for him this instant. Even if you can't move out for a month or so, you can still stop being his mum. Exclamation mark. Can you move out early and possibly go on a really long vacation because it sounds like you desperately need it? Nope. I would tell him how you are feeling. But I'm planning to leave. We are no longer right for each other. I'll live out the lease and I'm actively looking for a new place. My last day here will be X. I have written the landlord to let her know. If you plan to stay, work that out with her. Then try to be civil until it's time to go. Good luck. Nothing I do or say is ever right or good enough. He is absolutely right. I don't mean to insult you, but I would be so embarrassed to be with him. Semicolon. Anyway, I plan on moving out in the next 2 months. I would not tell him. He lacked even more pathetic. Make up whatever excuses you need to. I'm depressed, sorry. Not feeling great, been stressed at work. New project, and then dip in 2 months. You don't owe him any explanation. He'll just use that to explain away his behavior. He sounds like a narcissist, tbh. Why would he not offering you coffee if you asked for tea matter? Because I always take care of him and make him whatever he wants. But he cannot do a simple thing for me. Sorry, the way you worded it is strange. Nobody should be offering you tea if you asked for something else, but I think I get it. Is he an only child by any chance? Sounds like his mother enabled this behavior long ago. You won't be able to unprogram him. Run away while you're still a whole person. His mommy still babies him. This is why he behaves like this. It's actually sickening. Oh, there you go. Maybe you can call her and have her pick up her son. The playdate is over. I'm in pretty much the same situation as you, but it's my girlfriend who is the issue. I actually think I probably represent what might happen if you decided to stay in your situation. I had a moment of clarity last month and realized how different I was. It was an old friend who I hadn't spoken to for years and who mentioned that I was so different to how I used to be. According to her, I was much quieter, self-deprecating and unsure of myself. It was a huge wake-up call. Because I stayed in the situation you mentioned and it just led to this really resentful and bitter relationship dynamic. I have probably spent the last year or two in a constant state of fatigue. Everything has been on me really. To your point about the sweeping, I'm doing all of the chore related work, making all of the effort, and instigating everything in the bedroom, without going into too much detail. Being the sole person to give little hugs, back rubs, hand/head/foot massages, etc. I manage all the bills. Pretty much everything you can think of. I think the only thing I do that is all on me, that I don't mind at all, is looking after the rescue animals we have. And whenever I would try to raise things with her, it would quickly deteriorate regularly into character assassination. How flawed I'm and so on. I think initially I was resilient to it and just shrugged it off. But at some point it wore me down to the point where I started to believe what she was saying. I think that's why I got a bit of a kick up the ass when my friend gave me that feedback. I broke up with her a month or 2 ago. We are still stuck living with each other while the house can be sorted out and sold. Awkward. but already like you. It's like a huge and crushing weight has gone from me, and for the first time in ages I can feel actual tangible peace as my old self slowly coming back. So I guess my advice to you is, never forget that you matter, regardless of how this person might be taking you for granted. As they seem to be, you matter. The things you are doing for them aren't insignificant, and it's clear that you are a kind and loving person. And it's equally clear that they are taking you for granted on that front. Treat this like a fork in the road. Take the path which frees you from this situation you are in, and keep being you. Because if you do that, someone else is going to come along that appreciates you and reciprocates all of the lovely stuff that you mentioned you do. Yeah. I think having an actual child is less stressful than a 31 years old that behaves like one. My 10 years old is less demanding than your BF. You need to get out as soon as possible. Make it clear you are done and start moving forward with your plans to move on. Best of luck. Not gonna lie, he sounds like an incredible incel and would probably fit in r/nasa guys. Fuck this goof. Get a real man who will do you right. You sound like a great girlfriend. You need to just leave. Yes. Move out and enjoy peace and quiet. Of course nothing he does is right or not good enough, because he doesn't even make an effort to do things right or good enough. He is like a child. Is he very close to his mother? Did his mother care for him too much when he was a kid? Because he acts like he replaced her with you. TBH, you should have left him long while ago. He is not worth the attention. Up to you if you want to train a boy to become someone else's husband. You do realize that he is a man-child? Why are you with this man if you are fed up of him? Sounds like you have made the right call to move out. Make your peace with him. It'll make you leave on a more positive note, and you won't later look back and regret something. Knowing time is counting down and you'll be moving out soon should make the upcoming period less frustrating. I'd imagine. Doesn't mean you can't do a few things to make sure you have some peace from him the next 2 months. Do less housework, etc. Good luck. So sorry you've been through this. I've been through something similar, and I know how it grinds you down. People like him seldom change because they are living life just as they want it. Every need catered for with zero personal responsibility. They feel they are entitled to this and are very protective of the status quo. This is the abusive mindset. Note how he uses manipulation to keep you on the hook. You definitely should end things as soon as it's practical, and don't be tempted to put it off too long. Start getting your life and finances in order. Reach out to family and friends for support. As for ending it with him, think about what you know of him. Is he likely to turn nasty if you try to leave? Look up tips on how to leave safely. Don't be afraid to reach out to friends or even police to help you pack up and leave. Better safe than sorry. Also watch out for emotional manipulation. He may well love bomb you or swear he'll change. Remember, this is very rare. Stick to your guns. Best of luck op. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.